Welcome to Turn Writing Fear Around podcast. Simple methods to overcome fear and enjoy writing again. I'm Elise Hittinger, and I'm the host for your journey to courage. This is episode 57, the brainy part of anxiety. You know, so many times we think that we have control of our minds. And to some degree we do. But think about how many times you've tried to think positive and it takes so long. You keep saying positive affirmations or meditation. It really can take a long time to go from negative, not feeling good, fear, anxiety to feeling great and positive. And it's just the slow way. And I didn't realize that until recently with my hypnotherapy certification. And so I'm going to talk about the brainy part of anxiety because this is something I really didn't understand. So, consciously, there's so much going on in our mind, but subconscious or unconscious is significantly more than what our conscious mind does. And I never really thought of it, but I want you to picture part of your brain being a filing cabinet system. So there's all these filing cabinets in the room, and there's all these beautiful ones. And then you see a bright red filing cabinet, and all the rest of them are really pretty. And then there's this big red one that sticks out. And what happens is our subconscious takes the things that it wants to warn us about and it puts it in the red filing cabinet. And everything else just goes into the normal filing cabinets. So I'm just going to use the same example I used for a lot of my writing examples. And that's say you come across the snake and it's a rattlesnake, and your subconscious puts rattlesnake in the red filing cabinet. Now, this can be something you came across writing, it can be something on YouTube, it can be just something in your thoughts. It doesn't really matter. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference at all. And so now you've got rattlesnake folder in the red filing cabinet, labeled danger. And now you're out riding along and you see a stick and you go, oh, is that a snake? And your subconscious goes, oh, stick. Let's put that in with the snake. And then you're riding along and you imagine that you might see a snake. So now your subconscious goes, ooh, writing, might see a snake. Let's stuff that in the same filing folder. So now that goes into the filing folder as well. And consciously, we can overcome that and keep writing. But that filing cabinet, that red filing cabinet starts to fill up and get more and more and more stuff in it. And there's all kinds of technical terms for that, which I don't know, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to give you my easy, brainy explanation. So then, what hypnotherapy does, and I found this so interesting. I did a young lady last week or 2 weeks ago, and she was terrified of spiders. Terrified. Like, couldn't sleep, afraid spiders are going to walk across her while she sleeps. Terrified. And I did a process with her. Took about 15 minutes. And she went up to a spider. No problem. No fear, no anxiety. In fact, now she's teasing her sisters with the spiders because she has no fear of them now. And it really sank in that we don't have to live with all the stuff piled into that red filing cabinet. And what hypnotherapy does is it says, hey, let's reset back to when the filing cabinet was empty. Or maybe not empty, but at least all the imaginary stuff is out of it. Let's just reset it back to a place where it's not all full, crammed with stuff. There's room in it. It's got the important stuff in it for sure. Hot stove, something to be afraid of. Rattlesnake, something to be afraid of. Black widow, something to be afraid of. But the thousands of other spiders aren't have no worries. Black snakes aren't going to hurt you. Trail riding's not going to hurt you. It just resets that filing cabinet back and it takes the stuff out of that that doesn't need to be there and it puts it back into its normal filing cabinet. So you still have it. It's just filed in a place that you now can access it without the fear. We're just going to label that red filing cabinet anxiety and fear. And so it's fast. It's really quick. You can take the stuff out of that filing cabinet and stick it where it belongs, and you can leave the stuff that's important. So if this sounds interesting to you, I'd love to have a chat. Just see if it's a good fit for you. And let's revamp your filing cabinets. Let's take it to where they're actually useful because only the real dangerous stuff is in the red one and everything else is back in its place. You guys have an amazing day. See you guys later.